Hi, this is Monty from Moat Park Vehicles, and here's another one of our detailed vehicle appraisals on our Smart 4.2 Passion that's just come into stock. Now I'm going to briefly walk around the car and give you a more detailed view very shortly, why we tend to do these, etc., that type of thing. So it's our 2009 59 plated Smart 4.2 Passion, as I mentioned earlier. Now this car's only covered 41,500 miles. Approximately, I think there was about 5 or 6 service stamps in the book, but we are going to be servicing it very shortly. Now, in terms of the spec of this car, it's not a standard spec car. It's got a few extras on it. One being leather interior, heated seats. It's got panoramic glass roof, which is a standard feature on these cars. Lockable glove box, which is an optional extra, and little sort of dash dials, but I'll show you them very shortly. Now, as I sort of go around the back of the car, I just want you to make a note of the registration number if you can do, just so you can do any MOT checks that you need to do on the car. Now, if you do look at the MOT, there'll be a couple of advisories on there for a couple of tyres and I think some ball joints, but they have been completed, they have been done, as the previous owner got these all done on the car. Okay, and I've got documentation to prove that. Okay, I'll just slowly go around the vehicle. Now, I apologise if you're going to get any glare from the sun, but it's been quite wet the last couple of days and we just started to get the sun come out, so I thought I'd come out and get these photos done. Now, the reasons we tend to do these videos, it's all about trust, honesty, integrity. I'll tell you exactly how it is. We don't try and beat around the bush, good, bad or indifferent. Please read my reviews on Auto Trader. Some customers might mention my name, Monty. You know, we just try and be as honest as we possibly can. A lot of dealers out there can hide behind, you know, bad pictures. We try and give you as many detailed pictures as the vehicle as possible, and we'll point everything out to you. So as I mentioned, if you are 300 miles away or 3 miles away, the car should be as I've described it. Okay, so I'll tend to start off on the driver's side front. Now, as I mentioned, the tyres have been changed on the car. You've got some, I think it's some Fulda tyres on the front, sorry, Coupe tyres on the front, and you've got some Hancooks on the back, which, to be fair, the cars generally came with them sort of tyres anyway. In terms of the alloy wheels, they're all in good condition. You're going to have 1 or 2 little scuffs here and there, but nothing too major. I think there's just a little one right at the bottom there. Okay. And then as we scoot down the car, now I'm not too sure if you know these, if you are looking at smart cars, they have got something called a Tritium safety cell, which is this main cell that goes round the car. This is the silver part, and all the rest of the panels are all plastic, but they've got like a steel structure behind them. So like that's the skin and then the skeleton behind it. Okay, let's just go around the back here as well. Again, plenty of tread on the tyres. You've got approximately, well, the tyres are virtually brand new on the front. They've got about 7mm, and you've got 5mm on the back. Now on the back wheel arch here, you've got a couple of little, just scoot around, maybe you might be able to see it a bit better. You probably won't really because they're tiny. There's a couple of little hairline scratches that have been touched up along there. Just trying to go around, see if you can try and pick them up. Very hard, they're very tiny. Again, you know, sometimes I do go overboard with my appraisals on the cars, but I just like to be honest with all my customers. Okay, again, it's a 2009 plated car. It's coming up to, what, 8.5 years of age now, so it's not going to be a brand new car, but we'll do what we can to try and make it look like a brand new car. Anyway, now I mentioned it's got leather interior. So these centre bits are like a cloth, but the rest of the seats are all in leather. You've got your armrest there, and you've got your gear lever. That's the normal steering wheel that you'll tend to get on the Passion. It's a 2-spoke steering wheel. You get a 3-spoke steering wheel on the Pulse. Then that is your Pioneer navigation unit. Okay, it's with Bluetooth as well, so it will connect up to your phone. Now with these units, Smart only sort of kept them in the cars for about 9 months, then they changed them. I've got to be honest with you, they work absolutely fine, but the screen probably in direct sunlight isn't very, very bright. Okay. So then you've got your heated seats. Again, I know we're coming into the summertime, you probably don't want the heated seats and bits and pieces like that, but it will come in handy in the winter. Okay, and there's the little dial pods that I was talking about they were an optional extra as well. Now if I pop up this way, hopefully you might be able to pick up the panoramic roof. They're not glass, they're a sort of perspex roof on these. Okay, such a small car, I'm taking a lot of time going through showing you the car. So you can pop up the glass and then you can lower the back section as well. There we go. And then you've got a storage unit just in here. Now this car has got 2 keys with it. Has got the two full keys and they're all working absolutely fine. Okay. Back bumper, all great. No problems there at all. I think you've got one tiny little chip on it, which is about there, but that's about it. Now this section here, just above below the rear light, there's a tiny, well, there's a hairline scratch. There's about 1.5 inches long that has been touched up. You can probably pick that up in the pictures, but again, well, you won't pick them up in the pictures, because if I zoom back here, you won't actually see them. Anyway, rear tyres, lots of tread on the rear tyres, alloy wheels, all look really good. There's no scuffing on this alloy wheel at all, and to be fair, there wasn't on the other side on the back one. I think I might miss showing you that. Okay, let's just try and go down the side of the car. Hopefully you can try and pick up, it all looks really good. Now as I mentioned, they are plastic. These are plastic, so you don't get any trolley dents in them, anything like that. Right, let's go in the passenger side. Again, door panel, you'll see some pictures of the door panels, all really good. There's no ripping or tearing of the door panels. And again, all the seats, again, I know the sun's glaring a little bit, but please, I'll be honest with you, there is no rips, no tears, no stitching coming away on the seats at all. Okay, you've got a set of mats in there. Don't know if you can try and pick them up. They're just underneath my Mopar mats. And then in the glove box, which again, it's an option to have a lockable glove box. In that corner there is a USB connector. So for listening to your music. Okay, so let's just finish off on the passenger side front. Again, alloy wheels, you've got a couple of, well, one little scuff on the alloy wheel, which is just down there. I will get that touched up. It's one that the guys have missed. We'll get that touched up. And again, just to show you the tyres, plenty of tread on the tyres. Now, when the car leaves me today, it's going straight to another part of our prep team. These are the guys that are going to service the car for us. So the car is only due an interim service, so oil and filter. It had all the major filters done last year, so 2017. And again, we've got all the documentation for that. It's all in the service book. But what we also do is we always change the micro hybrid drive belt. Okay, it's not expensive. It comes from Mercedes-Benz. They're about £20, but they should be done on every service, and we do that with all of our vehicles as well. Okay, if you need to know what the micro hybrid drive belt does, please feel free to give me a call. I'll explain to you the reasons why we'll tend to change them every year, and Mercedes-Benz asks you to change them every year. You'll tend to find a lot of cars out there don't have the belts changed. And it is important that they are done. All right, so I'd like to thank you very much again for your time. We're coming up to about 9 minutes now. So if this particular car you're interested in, or anything else at Mopar Vehicles, please don't hesitate to give me a call, send me an email, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Thank you again. Bye-bye.